What is up, y'all? It's your girl, brand new, and honey, I am back in the building. This time, honey, I'm back. Because I was minding my own business. I swear I was, y'all. Drinking my water and listening to my girl, Miss Deb Cooper. I love Deb Cooper, you guys. Make sure you guys like and subscribe to her YouTube channel if you find what you hear from her in this video to be helpful to you, honey, okay? And I promise you, honey, once you listen to old Auntie Deb, honey, you go be hitting that subscribe button, honey. You want Deb in your life, okay? Trust me, honey, okay? I love me some Deb. Deb Cooper, you guys, she has a way of breaking things down and putting things in proper perspective. But anyways, honey, I was listening to this particular video that she has, and it's called Break Her Down. And it really reminded me of Melody Holt and Martell Holt, and how Martell Holt did everything he could to break Melody all the way down. Because I think after a while, you guys, Martell Holt became very... I don't know. To me, he became very disrespectful and malicious to his own wife. And it's like, why would a man cheat on his woman like that? Blame her for it. We seen, the episodes on Love and Marriage Huntsville. He basically blaming her, honey, for him cheating and getting his side chick pregnant, honey. I just look at how narcissistic, Martell is, and it's just really sad, honey, okay? But I think that he cheated on Melody as a way to break her down, put her in her place, put her in lowest terms, and make her doubt herself, right? And that is what, unfortunately, some of these men do that, didn't have a dad in their life. Some of them may have just had a single mother. These men are very insecure. It don't matter how much money, and power and prestige they get. They still have to stand on a woman's head, and just let her know that they the king, honey, okay? They are these black kings that, we must bow down to. And we all know that is a fool. That is not true. Not for a lot of you all. A lot of you all are not kings. I also believe that, in Martell and Melody's household, I believe after he cheated on her, he would bring up Ariane's name and throw it in her face. I mean, we kind of seen, you guys, this behavior on the show, like throwing Ariane, all up in Melody's face. We saw her throw the drink at him, on this past season. That's really hurtful, to throw that in your partner's face. So I'm going to play some audio, you guys, from Deb Cooper. She's going to break everything down, honey, of what I feel like is what happened between Melody and Martell. And then she will even talk about women, that have low self-esteem, which I feel Ariane has, because why are you, having a baby, honey, with a married man, and why are you so proud of it, and why don't you have any remorse, for what you did? So, I'm gonna play the audio, you guys, and I will be in and out with my commentary.
There are men who absolutely cannot stand it when a woman is confident. When you have high self-esteem and you place a high value on yourself, you're decisive, you don't take any shit from them, and you think that you're the prize, not him. You demand that he reciprocate. You have no problem telling him about himself and leaving his ass. They can't stand you. And I think most women have run into, if you're a kind of woman who's about her business and making things happen, you've run into most likely several guys with this mentality over the course of your lifetime. So for those who are curious, let's establish what it is that we're talking about. Let's define confidence. I think that confidence is having the belief that you can do it, you can be it, you can achieve it. you believe in yourself. And when people are not confident, they're usually looking for all kinds of validation and support from other people, even as far as I don't know. They're just real needy from outside themselves. They don't believe they can do it. They need somebody else to tell them that they can do it. They don't believe that they can achieve their dreams. They need somebody else to tell them that they can. And they also sometimes need somebody to help them formulate the dreams. They can't even do that on their own. So confidence is basically the stuff that turns your thoughts into action. And people who lack confidence tend to be fearful. They're afraid of change. They're afraid of success. They're even afraid of failure, which it's like, can you be afraid of one or the other? Why you got to be afraid of everything? They're just, really afraid. So they cling basically to what they know, and they never achieve anything beyond the baseline. They're too afraid to take the risk. Now, when you look at the achievements and the strides in education and things that Black women are making, there's a lot of women of all races basically that are striving for greatness. They want to achieve their dreams. They want to create. They want to grow. They take risks. They want to go places and do things that they've always wanted to do. And, you see a lot of women traveling alone around the world. They're not afraid to go and do things, to eat out at restaurants by themselves. I mean, women today are just doing all kinds of things that they want to do without fear. But guys tend to hate that. They don't necessarily like a woman who feels powerful in herself. They want you to be dependent on them for everything. So when they meet a woman who is powerful and who's confident and who has high self-esteem, some of these dudes will do everything in their power to break you. Just like a pony, they're going to break you in mentally, spiritually, and emotionally, with the goal of making you fearful and weak like, so many other women are.
And that's exactly, honey, what we saw with the situation between Martell and Melody. And we see, him get with Ariane. And a lot of people will say, well, Ariane, she isn't lazy. She isn't a bum. She's a nurse. She's not Melody, though. Okay? So a lot of these men, they purposely, when they cheat down. It's not just about looks. It may be, they may get with a woman that's less ambitious than the one that they was with. That way they could be the king, honey. Okay. That way they could be the boss. Okay. That way they could feel better about themselves. We saw him on the show called, Child was about to call her coleslaw. We saw him on the show called Ariane a peasant and then try to say, oh, I only said that to make Melody feel better. No. You were speaking your truth. That's how you really see that lady. You know that she's less, than your ex-wife. So that is why, you guys, a lot of these men cheat is simply to make you insecure and break you down and have you in a competition with another woman. Okay, they don't really do this with women that already have low self-esteem because think about it, they're already at their lowest. They already are not that confident in maybe, their looks or their career or just them being a good person. Do you see what I'm saying? So, honey, Miss Deb, honey, she preaches a word, honey. Come on, Deb.
Now, you understand they don't do this to women who are already broken. Those women who suck up to men and bend over backwards to please men, they don't do this to them. Excuse me, because those women are already broken.
Yep.
Instead, they looking at those women who basically will accept anything. They're not a challenge. They're too easy, and they're also not the subject of this video. I think it's important that you guys remember that men like challenges. I keep saying that. If you're just real easy, they don't really have to work for you. They don't appreciate it. That's just the male mind. So the woman who will stand strong on her own and who doesn't kiss a man's ass and who's actually better than they are, they can't stand you. They can't stand you. These guys love insecure, desperate women, and if you aren't already in that category, they're going to do everything in their power to make you that way. So what they do is enter into the relationship with the goal of changing you. They sought you out because they felt like you had too high of an opinion of yourself and they wanted to break you down. I think it's like a feather in his cap that he's able to do that. So if you allow them, to start impacting your decisions and your thoughts about yourself by folding in and adopting some of those weak-minded behaviors that, men should run shit without any kind of qualification just because he's male, well, then you fell right into their hands. They're going to do everything that they can to dominate and control you and start upping the ante on your behind until you're just a big mess. So these guys, there are men who really do believe that female insecurity is an integral component of a woman's femininity. And I've said on several of the videos that I've done over the last few months how femininity is a male construct and that males have assigned to women all the things that they didn't want to be. And they wrapped it up in this big pink bow and make it all sound like it's something positive for women to strive to be by giving themselves all the attributes of power and decisiveness and aggressiveness and assertiveness.
And really quickly, what else did we see Martell do? We saw him on the show tell Melody, you're just a school teacher. You ain't this, you ain't that. It was me that started the businesses. It was me that made you CEO. There he goes. Okay, he did exactly what Deb was saying, making himself bigger than Melody. Okay. Why she can't respect me? I'm the one that started this. I'm the one that's working all the time. She could have gave me sex when I wanted. You got a man paying all the bills, taking care of his kids. He wanted props for doing shit that he should be doing anyways. Okay, I didn't understand that.
Strength and all that, they give all that stuff to themselves. So see, if you are a woman and you present yourself as having any of those qualities, they're going to automatically assume that you're not, quote, feminine. And I'm trying to find where the benefit is to being feminine, but maybe we'll talk about that on another video.
All right, you guys, that's all I have to say on that. Y'all get down in the comments and let me know what you think about this video. Did you see where I was coming from with the whole Melody and Martell and Ariane situation? How Martell did all he could, honey, to break Melody down. Okay, he kept trying to have her in competition with Ariane. I think he got Ariane pregnant on purpose, honey. Okay, I don't care what nobody say. Y'all let me know what y'all think about that. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I am your girl, brand new, and I will check you guys out in the next video.